Hi, this is Tim Lightfellow in the Kingdom of Volunteer Society for Creative Anachronism. I'm testing a new microphone, so we'll see how that goes. Today's video will probably be fairly short. The topic is archery timed ends. First of all, for those who are not familiar, in the S.C.A, our scoring rounds, our common scoring rounds, which are called royal rounds, include a timed end. So we shoot, to get some vocabulary out there, 6 flights in one end. We shoot 3 static ends, so we shoot an end at 40, an end at 30, an end at 20 for adults. And then we have a 30-second timed end, which is as many shots as you can make during 30 seconds. You have from the start of the timer calling loose till the end of the timer saying cease to get as many shots off as you can. So the topic today is discussing the approaches to the timed end. Really, what I've tended to see are 2 distinctive approaches. The first one I'll talk about is the one we tend to suggest to new archers, which is just shoot the way you normally shoot. Just make sure you loose after they start the word loose and stop before they finish the word cease. Shoot however many you're able to. Don't try to go faster. Don't worry about anything else. Just shoot at your current pace, because you're working on form still, most likely. This may be your first or one of your first couple or few timed ends. So you just shoot it at your pace. Try and get any points you can get. That tends to be the most common, it seems like, approach. And then you just kind of naturally speed up the more of them you do. So that I've seen people getting 8 or 9 arrows off. I've been up to 7 or 8 crossbow bolts on my timed ends when I'm really have done enough of them to really be in that rhythm and on the pace. The benefit of this is that you can try to focus more on each shot and getting it into the scoring zone. The drawback, obviously, is, the trade-off is if you can do a bunch more and you might manage to get lucky enough to get them into the scoring zone, you could be losing out on some point opportunities, or you might not be. And what I'm referring to is the other approach, which is shoot as many as you can, just go as fast as you can, and hope that the amount of points you get at the end are worth it. This works well for some archers, especially once you've developed the muscle memory of really how you need to draw and hold the bow to get, somewhere near center on the target. Because as long as you have that muscle memory built up and you can repeat it, then this is just load as fast as you can, get in that spot, loose, and grab the next one. So, there's the potential there. Again, I believe we have one person in our kingdom who's been practicing, and I think he's getting 12 or so arrows off. He's getting like 50 something points on a timed end. Obviously, that can be a huge boon to your score if you can do it that way. But again, the trade-off is you may be trying to do it, and it may take a while to really get into that rhythm and get that working for you. So it may be frustrating at first. You may have a lot more misses than scoring shots at first if you try that approach. I recommend, either way, I recommend doing some practice outside of just S.C.A archery practice. Is if you have space in your yard, again, for timed end, if you're taking the one approach, you want 20 yards because, again, you're trying to build the muscle memory. If you're doing it at your normal pace and just trying to speed up your normal pace, You don't even need a target. One thing I used to do when I shot handbow more is I would go out in the yard with a full quiver, and I'd just go through my quiver as fast as I can, load the arrow, knock it on the string, pull the string back, let up, push the knock off the string, load the next one, so that I'm going through the motion of loading as fast as I can and working on that rhythm. And that can get used to grabbing the arrow, not necessarily even having to look, especially if you have an indexed knock, get it loaded, get it into your draw so you can shoot, flip it off the bow, and do the next one. And you can just do that over and over. And that can help you to speed up on the process of loading your bow for your timed ends. There are some things some people have found that help more with that in addition to that type of practice. I believe Sir Andres Trumark puts his quiver across his front, so he holds the bow steady. He has the arrows right across his front, so he can literally reach down, grab the knock, pull it out, load it in the bow, draw, loose. And I think, again, if I recall, he was getting something like 12 shots off on a timed end. He is, I believe, the first or one of the first to have achieved ludicrous bowman. He did that back in the mid-90s. So there are a couple different techniques, a couple different ways of setting up your gear that can make movements faster and more efficient. For me, with crossbow, one of the tricks I do, so I stirrup cock, which, so I stand and I stirrup cock, which means every shot I'm having to reset the crossbow, hook it on my foot, draw the string, load it, bring it back to my shoulder, get set, take the shot, and repeat that process. So one of the things I did to speed up is I looked at, what am I doing? I'm shooting, I'm resetting the roller nut, hooking it on the foot, drawing, bringing it up, grabbing a bolt, loading it, bringing it to the shoulder, shoot. Okay. So what can be faster? I reset the roller nut as I take the stirrup down and hook it on my foot. So instead of it being do this, then do this, it's one motion, reset the roller nut and hook it on the foot, pull the string. As I bring it up, I let go with my right hand, grab the bolt. I'm loading the bolt as I'm bringing it to my shoulder. So again, efficiency of movement will help you also speed up on your timed end. And figuring these things out, what can make it go a little faster, and then practicing repeated either, I mean, again, for the what I mentioned with the handbow, just in the yard, in the house, even if you have a place where you don't mind just kind of dropping your arrows on the floor. You can either have someone sit there and time it for 30 seconds, or you can just go through the whole quiver however many times you feel like doing it. Because again, you're repeating the motion. You're trying to train the muscles that, this is the motion, and so that it'll come more naturally when it comes time to do it for your scoring round. I hope this information helps. If you have any ideas for other videos, please leave them in the comments for me. I'm always looking for more ideas. Most of what I do is actually all of my archery is specific to the S.C.A. I'm always quite happy to learn from others outside who do maybe bareback shooting, bare bow shooting, and Olympic style shooting, things like that. So feel free, drop a note in the video. Let me know if there's another topic you'd like to see covered. Thank you. Bye.